Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Dokkan event for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, well I keep saying Super Saiyan 4, the Goku GT and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Now this is the latest Dokkan event for the LR. And obviously you need to do the Dokkan events to awaken the units, so it's always nice to cover them. Plus we get to talk a little bit more in detail about the units, take a look at their animations, discuss their banners a bit. Now we have all the information and well can have access to it in game, which makes things a bit easier. There are units that do increase damage here. These are Shadow Dragon units, however you don't need to build your team with Shadow Dragon units, it will just make it faster. And you can just build whatever team you want. I'm using a free-to-play team that is a combination build of just a whole bunch of anniversary units and some notable free-to-play units. And I just like to use this at least for the opening of the anniversary, because it's nice to see some of the free-to-play units of anniversaries past and just kind of get a good feel for them. Obviously it's pretty standard, 70 medals for the LR unit, and you're going to need 35 for the general banner unit. You have to do this event if you want to awaken both the GT Goku and SS4 Vegeta LR, alongside as well the Nova and Ice Shenron general banner unit. Now beyond that there's not too much else you need to do. The event is pretty straightforward. If you're a new player, rather tackle these events at a lower difficulty, work on raising the super attack level of your units. Make sure that you pick up whatever free units fit under your lead that you're using. If you are trying to awaken one of the LRs, go grab the Power of Wishes units from the free-to-play events. And just in general, see if you can grab yourself some decent assisting units. It's always something that's going to help you out. It's going to make life a lot easier. Free-to-play units can just fill the slots until you manage to start awakening units, as you can Dokkan awaken free-to-play units from their events. Now in terms of the SS4 units, I think they're pretty good. One thing I do like about them is obviously they are very solid when it comes to their performance. They have 50% damage reduction, they have pretty much the exact same kit as the Buu Duo. Attack and defense of 200%, an additional 50% when HP is 50% or more, 1 ki per ki sphere, defense of 100% as first attacker, 2 ki per ki sphere, and 100% attack as second or third, an additional attack when they are 18 ki, guaranteed additional when they are 24 ki, and yeah, just a very, very solid unit. They raise attack, they don't raise their defense, and they gain damage reduction, which is nice. Usually raw defense is a bit difficult to rely on, whereas damage reduction does make you substantially stronger, I would say, going into some late game fights. But both units are exceptional. Their standby skill can be activated when they're at 50% health, or if they've received 4 attacks or more. And in their standby mode they're a little bit different to the Buu Saga unit. So the Buu Saga unit essentially relies on you gathering ki and then eventually launching a pretty crazy Spirit Bomb, becoming a super strong defensive unit, whereas Vegeta and Goku, they want to be knocked out. So theirs is more a revive. They're a fairly solid support unit when they aren't in their stand, or when they aren't revived. They give 80% attack to the entire rotation, which is pretty good. And yeah, when they revive you gain 100 health, which is obviously pretty cool. It's always nice to gain 100% health, but you also do quite a big damage attack, so just pretty good stuff overall, I would say. For both of these Dokkan fights there is a bit of a timer, so if you don't complete it in time, you can suffer a little bit, just a tiny bit, because they will do a pretty big attack. When the timer cuts down, that'll do big damage. So you are in a little bit of a race at the end, although I wouldn't say it's a huge race. I wouldn't say it's like impossible. I wouldn't say like it's super stressful, but just keep that in mind, especially if you are someone who's doing this event for the first time. Can take a couple players by surprise, so just keep an eye out for that. But overall, I would say the Dokkan event is fairly straightforward, so most players shouldn't have a massive issue with it. But again, to each their own, it's just going to depend on how things go for you. For me, in general, I think, honestly speaking, the Dokkan events are always kind of standard now. If you're a veteran player who's been playing for a while, you don't struggle. And newer players will always struggle. Dokkan events are one of the first big step-ups for you. So just try your best, grab whatever free-to-play units you can, do the lower difficulties, awaken your units, put Kais into them, invest in your units, train them, give them whatever gear or hidden potential orbs you can, and you'll eventually get through the event. It's not something that you need to get super upset about. Just take your pacing, work on improving your team little bit by little bit, and generally speaking, you'll come out on top more than fine. It's always going to be a test for new players. It's always going to be something that you have to do, and yes, it's a grind that you have to do to awaken your units, but at the end of the day, it's something that's well worth it, and it enables you to really start to flex and build your teams once you have put them together. But yeah, that's basically going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like, of course. If you need any assistance or any tips, you can let me know. I'll gladly assist. But that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.